Hi guys, so I'm Lisa from Start Training. So today what we're going to look at is this idea of training from a unilateral perspective versus training from a bilateral perspective. So if you're liking these videos and you're liking what you're seeing, head to our website because there's stacks more videos from me looking at power development, sport-specific training, especially training for runners. So head to our website, check those out. But what I want to look at today is specifically why we would use a single leg exercise versus a double leg exercise, and that's what I mean when I talk about unilateral versus bilateral. So specifically what you've got to look at is your purpose. So what is the purpose of what I'm trying to achieve? So usually when we're looking at unilateral versus bilateral, I'm going to start with unilateral, and we can look at it from a neuromuscular point of view or a stability point of view. So when I talk about from a stability point of view, it can be used in a sport-specific context or it can be used in a rehab context. So what I'm going to look at first is in a sport-specific context. So when we look at unilateral exercises, from a stability point of view, in an example of runners, we look at it from a pelvic stability point of view, because what we do is we spend a lot of time on a single leg. So we've really got to make sure that the body can handle the demands of being on one leg, so the pelvis isn't moving all over the place. So we look at specifically things like sprinter squats, which can really help with the stability around the hip and maintain that core engagement while we're running or doing big dynamic movements. The next way I want to look at it is from a neuromuscular point of view. So from a neuromuscular point of view with a unilateral exercise in sport-specific training, what we're thinking about is that movement efficiency. So engaging the right muscles in the right order to get a really efficient movement. And that's when we talk about this idea of sling training. So training that right arm and that left leg in a certain movement. So we can really use exercise and specifically movement patterns to develop the body in a way that it can really efficiently engage the muscles needed for that movement. So when we go to perform that thing like running or pole vault, you find that the body knows how to engage those muscles in that order. The next thing I want to look at now is from more of a rehab point of view. So with a unilateral exercise or a single leg exercise, they're really crucial for sort of knee rehab, back rehab, hip rehab, and mainly because it really can get those stabilizers engaged. So that rotation at the pelvis or getting lots of rotation at the knee, those kind of things are increased when you don't have good stability around the joints. So we use a lot of things like single leg pistols and single leg glute bridges and exercises that we can use and change them slightly to get the body more engaged from a stability point of view, so that when you then go and do activities of daily living, or you're going back to sport, or you're going back to rugby or touch, that your body knows how to engage those muscles that can stabilize the joints, and then you don't find yourself rotating or twisting or creating torsion through joints that don't really like torsion. So in a sport-specific context, what we're thinking about is sports such as running, where we're looking more from a unilateral point of view, versus sports such as weightlifting, which is more of a bilateral sport. As that concludes my first part of this movie on unilateral versus bilateral. So if you guys like the videos that I'm posting, check out our website. There's heaps more videos there on power development and strength and conditioning. If you really like what I'm doing, give me a call. The number for Start Training is here, and we can book an appointment. Thanks.